Good afternoon. Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon.
Let's bring it in. We're in the huddle with DOMO. Uh, we have Eliyjah, Caldwell-Hardy, 2026 athlete of Impact Christian Academy. We have Coach Neesmith on with us. We want to talk with Eliyjah a little bit about his journey. He just recently committed to Michigan State, so we want to have a brief conversation with him. Um, we call them Turn Up in the city. So Turn Up, can you tell me a little bit about your athletic background? Who are some of the youth programs that you played with, and what type of impact and influence did they have on you?
I started off playing football at a young age with MOT Cowboys, and I left there around 8 years old. Went to FLE. That's when I was partnered with Coach Neesmith and a few other of my friends. Had a great season. I think we won every game that season. We went to national and lost first round and left after the first day. And then after that, I went back to no, I went to Grand Park for a year. And really ain't getting no success there with just playing football. So decided to go back to MOT Cowboys. And you had to have heart to play over there. You can't just be playing football over there. So went over there with a tough coach and Coach Ivy and finished out playing football over there. It was great over there, I'm not gonna lie. I love playing football with Coach Ivy. It was very aggressive, very aggressive. Like if you was weak or soft or something, you couldn't come out there playing football because he was gonna yell at you. He probably gonna make you cry, do all those type of things. But it was fun playing.
Gotcha. So Coach Ivory, MOT really kind of shape you, mold you, get you started along your journey along with FLA and Grand Park. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, sir.
Great. From youth football, you you went to middle school where? Tell me about your middle school journey.
I went to middle school at Kirby Smith Middle School, but they changed the name to Springfield my last
Right.
year. Um,
Who was your football coach? Well, who was the football coach when you were there? Do you remember?
mm, ooh, who was the football coach? It was Coach Hughes. I remember it was Coach Hughes. Coach Hughes was the football coach. I remember.
Gotcha. So Turnip, I was browsing online on Facebook and I saw you went back to your old middle school and talked to the guys about you shared a story with them of your time at Springfield. What was it that you talked to the young men about?
Uh, I talked to him about school, because you can't play football if you ain't doing the school part. So I told him how I went to Springfield. I was in the same position as them. It's just the only difference was I wasn't doing work. I was in school playing around, having fun with my friends, enjoying my time instead of having my head straight on doing my work and getting out of there so I could play football. So every time I came out there trying to play football, they told me, no, like my seventh grade year, I actually played a game. I played one game versus Oshaway, and I
Okay.
touched the ball twice. I had a slant and I had a not slant. I had a jet sweep and I had a bubble. The very next practice after that game, they came on the field. It was my seventh grade year. They came on the field and told me, said you can't play football. And I asked them why. They said your grades are horrible. So I said okay. Got kicked off the team. The next year I came back and I tried to play the game. I tried to join the football team again, and they told me, they said your seventh grade year grades they were horrible, so you can't play football. So when they told me that, I ain't want to play football no more. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to play football, and I missed my whole middle school year. I missed that, so I actually started going to a different school called Jefferson Davis, where it was Charger Academy. So I went to
Right.
that school, not playing no football. I wasn't doing none of that. Then I got to high school. I went to Andrew Jackson with Coach Ford, Coach Christopher Ford. He was at Oakley right now. It was
Hmm.
like he produced a lot of D1 talent. So when I went there, I had the mindset of actually coming back on the field and showing people what I can do. So basically that middle school year, all my middle school years, it changed my image a lot.
Gotcha. So look, the nickname's Turn Up. How did we get that name? Tell me a little bit about how the name Turn Up and when it started and And what's that all about as far as your sports?
So when I forgot, I was like 6 or 7. I went to Coach Neesmith for a workout, and the first day I went, he asked me what my name was, and I said a different name. I don't remember the name I said, but I said a different name. And then the next day I came, he asked me again, but I had forgot what I had said, so I said turn up. And ever since that day, that's why I remember everybody just been calling me turn up, turn up, turn up. So I mean, it backs up the game my game backs it up. Because of course,
I
when I'm
hear
on the
that.
field, I turn up. But I've been hearing that since I was pretty young.
Got it. So if I'm hearing it correctly, Coach Neesmith gave you the name Turn Up, the name that everyone calls you on the recruiting trail in the city. He gave you that name. All right.
Yes, sir.
So perfect transition. You were at Jackson with Coach Foy. How did how did you get over the Impact, and how did Coach Neesmith coach you at FLA? He's coaching the Impact. How did y'all reconnect? Talk me through that.
So I was at Jackson, and after the first season, Coach Foy he ended up going to Oakleaf.
Mhm.
So when he left, my dad was like, "Well, I could have stayed, but my dad was like, we might as well go with Coach Neesmith." So we did the tour of the school, and I was talking to the principal, and she was like, "Oh, that's good. No, I'll see you next week." And when she said, I was shocked. Like, what you mean next week? So I look at my dad here, like he starting school next week. So I didn't really have no problem with it. Well, I did have a problem with it because it was me first hearing its impact. I didn't want to be a part of no
Right.
impact. But Coach
Perfect.
Neesmith was over there, and I knew that I could have Coach Neesmith got a plan for me. Like he actually wants to see me succeed. So I'm hearing this with Neesmith, so it took a lot of stress off me. So I'm like, I'm gonna be good as the
So
season
let's
going on. And my dad and Coach Neesmith always had a connection. Like always had a connection. Like they're real strong. So I knew that. Like I'm not just finna come over here and just be playing ball, not having fun. You feel me? Like not doing good. I knew they always had a plan. So me knowing that I'm finna come play with Coach Neesmith, I was good with that.
so so the prior relationship with Coach Neesmith made you and Dad feel comfortable.
Yes, sir.
Talk me through what you were hearing around the city as you started your career at Impact. You started to make plays. What are they saying about Impact? And just talk me through that piece of it.
When I first came to Impact my 10th grade year, they was
Hmm.
telling me like, I just all I was hearing as the season was going on, like, hey, bro, come back to Jackson, man, come to Rains, come to L White. They telling me come all these places. They like, you're not finna get no O's at Impact. Y'all playing in scrubs. Y'all not finna do nothing, bro. You not finna make it out. You at Impact. That's not good for you. Saying stuff like that, and I was just listening, like never gave too many responses. Just was like listening to what they saying, not taking it in, but just going through one ear and not the other. I'm just listening. Everybody telling me, bro, get out of Impact, bro. They not gonna help you get your future. You ain't gonna make it in no colleges. So once it started happening, and like they still here now and there telling me like come to a different school. But once I started getting my O's and once I committed, every time somebody texts me like, hey bro, come to a different school. I be telling them like, nah, I ain't going nowhere. I already made it. I ain't going nowhere. So it just shows that you just gotta be patient. You gotta trust the process. You'll be good.
Right, right. So me and Coach Neesmith are tight. We talk ball, went to the same high school. One day I get a phone call from Coach Neesmith. He tells me about this kid Turn Up. Y'all got to take a look at him. He the real deal. Obviously, he's well respected in the industry in sports and football in the city and beyond. So we take a look at your Turn Up, and I guess the rest is history. Coach Neesmith, talk me through Turn Up, the youth athlete, and Turn Up and the impact that he had with your program at Impact.
As a youth athlete, he was always talented. he always had the passion for the game. He was one of those kids that really, really, uh, he always had, he always thrived to win. If things didn't go his way in winning, you can tell. But you could just by his demeanor, the way he played the game, the way he approached the game, he always been different. Um, and I think I gravitated towards that, and I kind of knew I had been around kids, um, and I just knew I always saw something special in them, and I just felt it and just felt right, and I just kind of knew he was gonna always be one of those special kids that can play at the next level and potentially play on Sunday.
Right, right. So, in reviewing his film and his huddle and highlights, one of the things that jumped out to us at Domo was how versatile he was. It felt like he was playing safety one play, quarterback, running back. Felt like he did a little bit of everything. Talk me through that piece of it throughout the seasons with Impact. What are his strengths? What is it he does well defensively, offensively, coach? What's special about him specifically?
One the one thing that sticks out the most is that he makes plays, whether it's offensively, defensively, special teams. He's one of those guys. He knows where the end zone is at all times. He don't mind sticking his nose in at on defense. Very aggressive. He got a nice size frame for his age, just turning 17, but he has a college style frame already. The thing that stuck out with me the most is I knew prior to him coming to Impact, they had him on defense. But what I'd known him from when we was younger, he was one of the main guys on offense that that I used. He could catch well as a young guy. I knew once I knew he was a hands catcher. So knowing that at 6 or 7 years old, that's one thing that would never go away.
Right.
Even though Andrew Jackson wasn't using him as an offensive guy, I knew prior to having him what he could do. But even with him not being with me from the pop after leaving FLA, the relationship was still there. I would talk to Dad every day. We would always conversate. Even if he was to get in trouble and do things, I would be the one who they would call just to calm him down, talk to him, make things make sense. So the relationship that we had never left, and then I would always check him out on when he would play his games at Jackson. But the thing that I knew the most is he was an offensive guy that could play defense, and then I knew he was dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Right, 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 right. And that definitely shows up on tape. So so you got this talented kid turn up. He's making all these plays. Coach, talk me through initially what was going on as you have this talented athlete and you're trying to kind of get him out there. Obviously, you got some relationships with some colleges. What happened with that process to where he is now? What steps or what were you or initially hearing from colleges when you would mention turn up?
Uh, the thing I think that was hurting us the most was being that we were a newer program,
Right,
um, and no one had heard of us or knew that we kind of existed at all. But I
right,
knew um, the talent was there, and the talent level that he had was the transition over to college. Is just the fact of getting his name out, getting him some exposure, and that's kind of where we kind of connected with the Domo situation that really, really helped us propel him to the next level.
right, right, right. So so turn up kind of at this point in the conversation. I reach out to your coach. We get you involved on the 7-on-7. Talk me through the first offer and what that felt like and kind of what you're hearing from the school that offered you first.
So my first tournament, we went to Miami, and it was a big tournament. So it's a lot of like big teams as a SFE, Raw Miami. DEFCON. It's teams like that out there. So going in, I was at corner, and I wasn't scared of nothing. But you get that nervous feeling. You're going against big talent, so
Right.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna rock it out. So I go to cornerback, and the first game we played against, I don't remember the team, but it was like a big team. We played against them, and I caught my pick, and it was like the third drive of the game. Defense started getting turned, and coach telling me like I came to the sideline while offense on the field. Coach was like, "Oh boy, it's up now." Like he told me, they were like, "It's up now." So I'm listening to him. I'm keep balling out there. So the next game we played against SFE, I ended up catching another pick against them. And then I came to the sideline and they telling me like, "Bro, you finna blow up. Like it's finna go up." So I said, "Yes, sir." Next game I catch another pick. After that, I see all the coaches on the phone. Coach Willie, he come to me telling me like, "Bro, you a baller. Like, I respect you." And I'm hearing, so I'm like, I'm gonna keep balling out. Like that's what I'm here for, to ball out. We ended up going to FAU with Coach Willie Lee, and he talking to the dude, and he like, "It's the kid. Like he the truth. He can do everything you want him to do. Like he's that guy." Start talking to the coach, and he ended up offering me. And when he offered me, I was like, I wasn't showing too much emotions. I was just chilling,
Right.
like I knew it was gonna happen or something. Like I've been here before. And coach, he driving. He looked to the back seat. He look at me. I'm just on the phone. He like, "Bro, you not excited? Like you just got your first offer." Like my fault, coach. My fault. I was just out of it. I wasn't thinking about it like that. He like, "Nah, man, that's your first. Oh, you tripping? Like you supposed to be turned. Oh Lord, you supposed to be turned." So I'm on the phone. I call my dad. I tell my dad I got an offer. Tell Coach Neesmith, and they like, it sound like we more excited than you. And I told him, I was like, "Nah, I'm excited. It's just like I always dream. I always knew like this is gonna be me."
Right.
So I wasn't jumping around excited like they thought I was, but I was really like I was excited like a
You was
lot.
excited, but you foresaw this was going to be you
Yes, sir.
sooner or later anyway.
Yes,
So
sir.
I get it. I get it. I get it. So prior to getting that offer, tell me, I'm hearing you were a little bit talking with your coach. You were a little bit discouraged about the recruiting process. Um, you were a little bit discouraged. Talk me through that. You were discouraged. Obviously, you're in a new program, brand new program, smaller initially. Um, you're seeing some of your buddies get offers. Probably some guys you feel like you're as talented as, maybe a little more. Talk me through that feeling.
So as my brothers started getting offers and I wasn't getting none, I was low key feeling like what's going on? Like I know I'm good, like, but why am I not getting no offers? And coaches was telling me like you just got to be patient. Like Coach Willie Lee told me, you got to be patient. Like it ain't just gonna come all at one time. Like everybody got their time where they gonna shine. So me seeing them get all these offers and all that, I was feeling down. I wasn't gonna give up though, not at all. But I was feeling down. Was feeling like maybe I ain't the one, but I'm gonna keep grinding until we find out. So me
All
seeing
right.
them, I was definitely discouraged. Like I was feeling some type of way, but it ain't stopped nothing. It ain't stopped the grind.
Right, right. So you got your initial offer from FAU. What are some of how did the offers come in from there? You've got quite a few at this point. Well, you had quite a few before committing. How did the offers come through after that first initial FAU offer?
So after the first offer, like like a week later, I was just chilling in the house. Coach Willie called me. He was like, "Hey, Ball State about to hit you up." Like, you better be on the lookout. Take your phone off D&D and all that. Cause my phone, it don't be on D&D, but it be on work. So like, when somebody called the first time, it don't be going through. So he told me, he was like, "Hey man, you got to get your phone off D&D. You got to do all this." I'm like, "Yes sir." So that offer came. I ended up getting that offer that night. And then a week later, Mercer called me, and I got that offer. And like, I say 2-3 weeks later, that's when UCLA came. I got the offer, and just like it was going on like about weeks, basically.
Okay. Okay. Um, so here recently, you just committed to Michigan State. Tell
Yes,
me
sir.
about that visit. Why Michigan State? What is it about their program that made you want to be a part?
Um, can say the love they showed me. Like even before me going on the visit, I've been locked in with them since the spring. Like we've been talking since the spring. I'm not gonna say every day, but every other day we was communicating heavy, like really, really heavy, as if we was already family. So when I got up there, it was the same exact, even more love. Like walked to the hotel room, big hotel room. I saw a whole bunch of letters. I saw one of the players named George Mullins. He was my host. He had a letter on the bed, and he was saying like, "Great to have you here, family. Like we gonna show you the most amount of love you can receive." And they most def held up to that. Like they was showing me a lot of love. I know Coach James Adams, real like he's a real family member. Like he was telling me everything I needed to know, showing love. All the coaches, all the players showing love. That's basically what it is. Like it showed a lot of love that like I never received on any other college visit. So when they did, I was like, yeah, this the place I want to be.
Good, good. I hear that. So I was looking at some of your pictures. Looked like Coach Neesmith was on the visit with you along with Dad.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Speaking of Dad, is Dad available? Can he jump in on the?
Hmm. Nah, I think my dad's at work right now.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Oh no, there you go, right there. Yeah.
Mr. Hard, how you doing?
What's going on, fellas?
Good, good, bro. We just kind of talking through the recruiting process with Turn Up, and um, as we look to conclude here, I kind of want to just hear from a parent's perspective. You have a talented son.
Appreciate it.
He's making plays in high school. From your perspective, watching him go from being a talented kid with not a lot of attention to receiving a bunch of attention in a very short amount of time, kind of talk us through the impact of what DOMO had with your son. And again, I reiterate that he's very talented. So what I like to tell people is you just kind of shine a light on really talented kids, but kind of talk us through you initially hearing about DOMO and how the entire process worked.
Basically, man, for one, man, it's been a blessing, man. It's been a blessing. Elijah, like you said, he's been blessed to be a gifted athlete, man. But just coming on with Domo, it kind of like elevated him a little bit. It kind of like put him in the spotlight that he needed to be in. I think I talked to Coach Chi Lee, and he wanted to get him on the team and get him down to Miami, and it kind of like took off since then, man. And he just put them in the right places, just so the right people can talk to him, and it's it's been on go ever since.
Right, right. So you say on go, he just recently received his third star, right?
Yeah, man, he just received his third star. Well, the 3 stars he's received it. I think when once we got in contact with after we talked to FAU, and then Michigan State came along. Then I just happened to be googling his name, and I was like, oh, Elijah, we got our first stars. And so I hit Coach Chile up and was like, hey, yeah, man, it's moving. It's time to it's getting going. So um, I think it's been a big help.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right. Well, listen, this is it's been a pleasure speaking with everyone. I think the takeaway is talented athlete, small school, new program, doesn't matter. Turn